Hello, all my dear students. I am Professor CMA SP Shrimali. Today we are going to talk on the chapter number 2 from Auditing and Taxation of TYBCom. The chapter is Checking, Vouching and Audit Report. Therein we have already discussed the verification of cash book. Today we will discuss on verification and vouching of assets from balance sheet. So let us understand. Let us understand the verification and vouching of assets. Verification and vouching of assets may include verifying the existence of the asset on the date of balance sheet. So, on which date the balance sheet is get finalized, is get prepared, whether or not on that date the asset is in existence, it can be verified. It also includes ensuring that the assets are free from any charges. So, whether or not such assets are kept as a mortgage, as a security, as a bailment. So, it includes to check whether or not they are free from any charges. It also includes verifying their value. So the values shown in the books of accounts, the values at which they are purchased. So whether or not such values are properly inserted in the books of accounts has to be verified. Assets are acquired for the business. So under verification and vouching of asset, the next concern is which is very important, that is the asset should be get acquired and used for the business. If the asset is purchased and used not for the business but for any other thing or for personal use, it cannot be said that the asset is used and it is purchased for the company. So in this way we can say that verification and vouching of assets is very important, which includes to verify the existence of such asset. It also ensures that the assets should be free from any charges. It is also necessary to ensure verifying their value and whether or not the asset is acquired for the purpose of business. Now let us understand this with the help of definition. The verification of asset implies an inquiry into value, ownership and title, existence and possession, the presence of any charge on the asset. So what includes under verification of asset? It includes an inquiry into the value of the asset, ownership and title. So if the asset are in the possession of company, so who is the actual owner and where on which the title is given, existence and possession, whether or not such asset is physically present and where the possession is, that means it is with the company or not. And lastly, the presence of any charges on such asset. So let us understand now the various types of assets and their mode of valuation. The very most is the fixed assets. Thereunder first is plant and machinery. How to verify and how to value or to vouch such plant and machinery. It is being divided into 4 parts. The first part is existence. So with the help of existence, we can value the plant and machinery. Herein, plant registers which are kept by the company that can be vouched or checked. In the plant register, you can get the original cost of such plant and machinery, the rate and amount of depreciation which is going to be charged or which has been charged on such machinery, if there are any new purchases of machinery and if there are any sales. So this plant register is very important document. Then if in case of any new purchases of any plant or machinery, the receipts of such purchases or any correspondence with the suppliers that can be vouched. Then all expenses on custom duty, freight, erecting charges, etc. are also to be checked. Expenses are incurred like custom duty when if it is imported from abroad. In that case, if you have to get it from the customs port, you have to pay custom duty. There can be the freight, there can be the erecting charges while installing any plant or machinery. So such charges are also there, which can be a part of the machinery cost. Then part of machinery sale, if any machinery wholly or in part, any part of machinery is sale, then the documents or the authorization to sale has to be checked or vouched. Authorization means authorization of board of directors, etc. Carbon copy or counterfoils of cash receipt, that means from the buyer, the company whatever amount has been received, that carbon copy of that receipt or counterfoils of such receipt can also be checked. Then it is very important to verify the plant and machinery with the help of the physical verification or with the help of internal control systems if it is prevailing in the company itself. Physical verification will assure you the plant or machinery is itself in the possession of the company. This is what about existence of the plant. Thereafter, for the ownership, you can check in case of new purchases the cash book with the cash receipt. So if any new machinery is purchased, you can check the details on cash book and the vouchers of cash receipt and you can reconcile it. Resolution of board. So if for purchases any machinery or plant, the resolution has been passed in the meeting of board of directors, a copy of such resolution can also work as an evidence. Contract between supplier and client. Many times tenders have been get issued and if the tenders are get accepted, there has been a contract between the supplier and client is made. And such copies of contracts in regards with the terms, conditions, modes of payment, modes of receipt can also be checked. Thereafter, plant register, which is maintained by the company from time to time basis, which contains the original cost, rate of depreciations, purchases and sales of plant, that can be also checked to judge the ownership of such plant and machinery, that means who is the original owner. Thereafter, after checking the ownership, the next criteria which has to be checked, that is possession and lien. So if it is in possession of the company, you can verify such possession with physical inspection. If it is installed in the company itself, you can check it by verifying physically. Thereafter, agreement in case of plant given on hire. If it is not in your possession, it is given on hire purchase basis, you can check the hire purchase agreement. And existence of charge fixed or floating. So if there are any charges fixed on the machinery, plant or machinery, the existence of such charges, whether they are still in existence or not, you have to check it thoroughly. So this is what about possession and lien. Thereafter, valuation and disclosures. How it is valued in the books, that is also important to check. So for valuation, the plant should be get valued at cost less depreciation up to the date. And the check the depreciation method which is followed by the company and which is mentioned in their agreement or in their annual report or in their articles of association, how the depreciation methods are to be followed by the company, you have to check that depreciation methods. So in this way you can check plant and machinery. After that, the next is buildings. Again, for buildings we have to check the existence and ownership. For checking the existence, there can be the title of original deeds, wherein the name of the client on which the name of building is given has to be checked. So on which name the building is in the possession or title has to be checked with the help of original deeds. Thereafter, in case of new purchases, you can check the purchase transactions or purchase agreements. Thereafter, in case of sale of any building or any part of building, it can also be vouched with the help of authorization letters, authorization by board of directors, by managers or by managing directors. Such authorization letters, invoice if in case of sale deed or if sale is executed, such invoices, correspondence and agreement with the buyer. Thereafter, profit or loss on sale has also to be computed correctly, and the treatment of such profit or loss given in the accounts has also to be verified. So this is what about existence and ownership. In case of lien, so how to determine the lien? We can determine it by confirming charges with registers. So whatever register have been maintained, to confirm the charges on it. Charges, that means whether it is given as a security, whether it is given as a mortgage, etc. Then see the disclosures made in the balance sheet. If any asset is given on lien or if it is given on any charges, the disclosures has to be made in the balance sheet. So the auditor has to vouch it with the help of disclosures made in the balance sheet. And valuation. So valuation purpose, we can see the buildings is also valued at costless depreciation, and if it is constructed, we have to check the accumulated depreciation till the construction period. So this is what about existence, determination of lien and valuation. After building, the next is asset like freehold land. Again, for freehold land, how to check the existence and ownership? We can check it with original title deeds and purchase deeds examination. Thereafter, if the land is purchased, then we can vouch the purchase with the payments. So whatever payments has been made and whatever amounts has been entered in the books of accounts, that can be checked. Then for checking the possession, we can check the title deeds in the possession of the client. So in which possession the land is actually, you can check it with the title deeds. So if the name of the company is on the title deed, we can say that it is in the possession of such company. In case of mortgage, the title deed with the mortgage has to be checked. If the land is given on mortgage, such mortgage deeds are also to be vouched by the auditor. In case of valuation and disclosure, so for valuation purpose, you can check it in the balance sheet. So the land should be recorded in the balance sheet at historical cost. And if they are with any charges, you can check the broker's commission, stamp duties, registration fees, legal charges, clearing and training charges, etc. So your total valuation should be dependent upon all these things, historical cost and other charges. So this is what about freehold land. The next fixed asset is leasehold property. We can check its leasehold property, the existence and ownership with lease deeds. So the client and the lessee, the agreement or lease deed among this client and lessee has to be checked. Registration of lease deed. If your lease deed is registered, then such registered agreements. Due dates of payment of lease amount. So if you have taken it on lease, then the due dates of payment. Valuation of leasehold property also be done as costless depreciation. Then again, for the next fixed asset, that is railway siding, in case of railway company or corporation, the agreement with the railways, the expenses paid in connection with railways, and depreciation of sidings. The next fixed asset which is very important for any organization is furniture and fixtures. To check the existence and ownership of furnitures, you can check the stock registers. So if you have any furniture, you have maintained, or it is compulsory to maintain the dead stock register with your organization. With the help of that stock register, you can check the cost, rate of depreciation, location, and stock number allotted to the furniture. So for each and every item of furniture, there has been a separate stock numbers. So with the help of that stock number, you can check its existence. Then statement of inventory. At the end of each month, or as per the practice of the company, the inventory registers have been maintained at every organization. The statement of such inventory registers has also to be checked by the auditor. In case of any new purchases of furnitures or fixtures, the purchase invoices, bank passbook, and authorization letters issued by the higher authorities have to be checked. For valuation purpose, the furniture should be get valued at costless depreciation. Fine. So in this way you can say that for the furnitures and fixtures, stock registers are important, inventory registers are important, and purchase invoices, purchase agreements, authorization letters are also important to check. Thank you all my dear students. I hope you have understood the verification and vouching of fixed assets. In the next part, we will see verification and vouching of current assets. Thank you once again.